And we're live. Welcome to It Is What It Is podcast with my co-host Mike Feist. I am Dakota Lawhead, and we have our guest Daniel Reyes. Daniel, you're getting married soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, you getting married, man. Congratulations.
Oh
And-
yeah.
and-
Thanks, buddy.
And you didn't even invite Mike.
I didn't.
Well, that's okay. You know,
What? He didn't invite me to his wedding. That doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
why, Mike? Why didn't you invite him to your wedding?
same reason he didn't invite me to his wedding.
Simply just
I
don't
didn't
know.
even know him when he got married.
That was
I didn't know him. When I met him, he was showing me pictures like, hey, and I was like,
that's right.
he didn't know.
That's right. I told you it was the worst, best day of my life.
Worst best day.
Oh goddamn.
What? So when you guys were on the job site together, like, well, fuck. How would it? Hold on. Let's take a shot. All right. To anybody listening, yeah, we are fucking lit.
Is this 6?
Huh?
Is this 6?
This is 6, yeah.
Nice.
Mike, how's your day been?
My day has been pretty crazy, man. A lot of things broken today, man. A lot of things broken at work. Just, nothing I couldn't handle. Got really
Cheers.
dirty today, unfortunately.
Cheers.
Oh, God. Tequila's somewhat of a bitch. Woo! Anyway, so what kind of shit broke today?
A lot of door, like I'd say weather stripping seals on dock doors. Unfortunately there's a lot of those today that just need replaced. We had OSHA visit us today or this week, and they've been going through and nitpicking
Oh,
a bunch
fuck.
more stuff. So yeah, it's been a crazy week of just, or I'd say almost a month actually, just of fixing things, man.
Wait, OSHA's been there for over a month, or you're just saying like for the last month you've
Last
been?
month we've been trying to fix things because we knew they were coming.
Oh,
But it's been a lot of fixing stuff.
how often does OSHA visit? Like,
First time in 6 years that they've visited.
oh shit,
Shit.
they don't. They're not fucking. They don't kid around.
No, they don't.
No, I remember when we were working construction and shit. Like, that was the biggest fear, was that OSHA was gonna come around. I remember they even told us, like, if you even hear of anything of OSHA, like, call our supervisor, like, instantly. Just call him. Stop working and call, because
Yeah,
OSHA.
stop work and go to lunch. Go to extended lunch.
Yeah,
Basically, is the term. It's the what do you call it? The unspoken rule.
And when they said that, did they just automatically assume that we were doing something bad?
well, probably, yeah. Like, we
Well,
like
any mistake, any slight
I'm like-
mistake can cost the company.
True.
thousands.
Like, yeah.
It's not cool. But anyways, your question was, what was it like for me and Blood to work together?
Oh yeah, like when you guys work together, what kind of jobs did you guys do? Epoxy or anything together?
That was like,
a polish job. It was a QFC
yeah.
up north, a little bit past Seattle.
And that's the only time you guys even work together. It's so weird to have my best friend and my brother work together.
It wasn't a cakewalk, that's for sure. I said fuck shit up.
What? I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Okay, so nobody explained to this guy that there's a such thing as a key to when you connect the trailer hitch.
Oh.
You know how you're supposed to put the pin through, and you put the trailer leg up. You're supposed to put the pin through to keep the trailer leg up.
Oh. Is that what I had to do?
The same week, we had a trailer that had fallen off of its leg and was just laying on the ground
With a generator on it.
with a 6,000-pound generator.
Oh. Well, I like when Pat sent him out the first week after he had his driver's license to drive a fucking F-250 like from
I had to
from,
drive.
from Oregon to fucking Seattle.
Yeah, with
with
Pete.
Pete.
And he was scared. Yeah, he was like, Jesus, stop! Slow down! And I'm like, no, dude, we're good. We're good. Well, I'll get you there.
Nobody knew if you made it home that week, too, dude. Nobody know what? Nobody's not answering his phone.
I think that was the last job I had, too.
He left, like, 2
That was the
hours
last
before
job.
us. Like, how
Yeah, because Mike left with Cole and them, and I was by myself in the truck, and I drove all the way back home, and that was the last job I had.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That was before you went to PSC.
Yeah.
Oh. So for all the viewers or anybody listening,
They're like, fuck what? He can get home by himself.
nobody really understands. Hold on.
we somehow beat you home, and we got in a massive traffic jam, and you somehow still make it home before, or we still made it there before you. I mean, it's kind of like
I bet a lot of people are confused if they're listening, but if you don't know, all three of us, we worked in a construction company together. My stepbrother, Mike, got me the job, and then I went ahead and helped my best friend Daniel out, and he got a job there. So essentially, we were all working for the same company together, and there was only one instance we actually all were on the same job site, which was actually pretty cool. It was interesting to have both my stepbrother, who's like been around since I've been 2 years old, and then my best friend who I met when I was in freshman year. Fuck, man, we've been friends a long time.
God dang.
We were just talking about it last night, Mike. It's been 7 years since Ronnie James Dio died, and I remember together we went to this flagpole, and he wrote on the flagpole "R.I.P. Dio," and it's just insane to think like that was 7 years ago.
Is this a classmate or is this someone famous?
No, this is famous. He's a heavy metal.
The guy that wrote Holy Diver! Holy Diver!
I'm shaking my head theoretically because I know what you're talking about.
Man, this tequila bottle is almost gone.
I know, right? And I was even saying that. I was like, we're going to buy this and we're probably going to finish it. And you're like, no, we're not going to finish it. I'm like, I don't know about that.
So now we have a third person. I want to know what. Okay, say you and your now fiance, future wife. Say you guys have a kid together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say your kid is around pot. Like, how would you feel about that?
I don't know. That's a pretty.
I know it's kind of a weird question. It's
Pretty-
question you asked last week too.
No, it's hard, and I'm
That's
that's the
think
way
about that for a minute, because then you're like, well, if my kid had drugs and he was doing it, I would. Well, at first I would probably think like, tell them, oh, don't do it, but they're obviously gonna do it even more because I'm gonna tell them don't do it. But I'm thinking,
When was the first time you tried it?
high school, freshman year,
Freshman year?
middle school. Yeah, middle school.
Holy shit. See, I didn't smoke until I was 18. Like, I didn't legitimately like get high until I was 18. I had no idea what it was like. So for me, you remember our friend Sunshine?
Yeah.
Sunshine wanted me to get high with her,
Mhm.
and I never would. Like, I was like, whoa, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. And that's the way I thought for the longest time until finally, like, I realized, oh, everybody in my family has smoked for the longest time.
Mhm.
And I had no idea. And I was like, okay, so this isn't such a bad thing. Like, people around me are okay with doing it. It's just been perceived to me as a bad thing.
Mhm.
I don't know, like, I'm a long way off from having a kid, personally. But I've seen, like, firsthand, I've had this guy, while we were in Hawaii, we had, my uncle had found some weed, and he gave it to his friend who was staying with us in our Airbnb, and I felt really uncomfortable because his daughter was there, and she's like 10 years old. She knows exactly what weed is, and I'm just like, am I supposed to smoke this? Like, I don't. There's nowhere really to go, and he's just like, oh, well. Just smoke. I'd be offended if you didn't smoke in front of her. I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, well, she's been raised around it in her entire life. She's never smoked it herself, but she's been raised around it her entire life. So she doesn't look at it as a negative thing at all. But she just doesn't do it because she's, too young. And I don't know. I don't know if that's the correct way to go about it, because I'm just like, all right, I guess if it's out in the open, it's not that big of a deal. Like, it just becomes natural to them, just like alcohol. And I think that's the way it's going to go. It's going to go just like alcohol. It's like, yeah, mom and dad have a few beers every once in a while, but I know I can't have it. So I'm just wondering, is that the way you guys are feeling about your kids with pot? Because I remember I was over with you, Mike, and I was just like, so can I smoke some weed? And you're like, no, not here, my kid. And I'm like, okay. Is it completely forbidden until they turn a certain age? And if that, at what age is it okay to talk to them about it?
When they're able to comprehend better?
Get it a little louder.
Like, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, how old is Emmy right now? It's Sandana's younger sister. How old is she right now? And she knows that your mom does everything, and that I come over and I do it like in the backyard.
Yeah,
but
so
she knows. Yeah, she clearly knows, but she's not like, hey, what do you got there? Give me some of that.
Right.
How old is she? Like,
but it's because it's treated like alcohol.
How old is she? She's like 10.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm saying.
Like, it's like 10. Like,
but it's just like alcohol.
Yeah,
it's like she knows
you just gotta,
that's what older people do. But that's Eventually, though, she's probably gonna be like, so when can I try? And that's when it gets hairy.
Yeah.
Mike, you still there?
Oh, I guess we lost Mike. Bada bing. I got dang. Mike?
Family emergency? No, I'm here.
Okay. He's back.
Just making sure. Anyway, we were just suggesting, like, we were just talking, like I was around this guy who treated, huh? Oh, so you heard everything?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. He's in the fucking loop. Hashtag in the loop. Man. So you want to stick away from politics and religion, Mike?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, sensitive subjects. I don't know. When they're just sensitive subjects, people just get butthurt, offended.
Yeah, but people also get offended about people like you saying anybody who buys an Apple product is a dumb something or other. Just last week, you were telling me about how stupid people are if they buy Apple products. Yet, thousands and thousands.
There's thousands and thousands of people voted for Hillary Clinton.
Right.
I tell you, you can control the masses. Bunch of sheep. That's all I have to say is the sheep.
The sheet?
Sheep.
They are sheep.
Sheep.
Like sheep in a herd.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're just following a trend.
Yep.
Well, obviously, it's more than a trend, though.
It's kind of like Apple was the first person to start an all-touchscreen smartphone. Back then, it was groundbreaking, but they've had the same look of the exact same phone for a very long time now.
And nothing's changed.
Just interface. And the components in them have been proven to be dated 3 years behind the groundbreaking
But
when you're buying a current iPhone 7, the
yeah,
only thing on it is upgraded is your camera. The rest of it is old components that were in the old phones in a different case, like a different, shinier, easily more breakable case.
I mean,
Brings a good point.
And they purchased all their screens and most of their components from Samsung starting last year.
okay, I'm gonna need proof on that.
Google it.
All right, I'm googling it. Anyway,
Mold high retina displays.
so this is really weird. Is this too personal talking about Callie? Like, I'm just really curious about how this goes down with her and like you. Just her going to Christian school. That's like that doesn't make any sense to me. How long has she been going to Christian school for?
His wife is going to Christian school?
No, not her. His wife. His sister, who he adopted.
Okay.
Like, so how does that work? Like, you guys have none of the same beliefs.
So just because we don't have the same beliefs doesn't mean that we should share our non-beliefs with her. She has been grown to be a Christian since she was a little girl.
Right. And so that's just it. You just leave it be.
Yeah, she wants to go. She wants to go. She's not going to go to a Christian college. She's going to a public high school, but it's just elementary school and grade school that she goes to.
Okay. So this is Forbes. Forbes. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say
Where'd
Forbes.
you look up again? I forgot.
Does Samsung provide parts for Apple?
Oh yeah.
So I just literally searched that, and Forbes just came up with Samsung will be Apple's top supplier for iPhones again in 2017.
Oh wow.
So since 2011, reports say Samsung will provide OLED panels for at least one of the next iPhones. Wow, holy shit.
Oh yeah, like I said, I rest my case.
Well, shit.
Told you, man.
So basically, you're getting it's like buying a Ford. It's just a fucked over rebuilt Dodge.
That's what Ford stands for, dude. Fucked over rebuilt Dodge. Hey. Sounds like someone's looking out the window.
Yeah, just looked out. That's the small advantages of living in an apartment. You got to make sure your car's still there and it doesn't get towed. Did I tell you about that? So I don't care if I have already or not. I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. So I'm at my mom's house and I'm just hanging out. The parking spaces there, they have numbers.
Besides hanging out.
What?
I said, well, what else would you be doing at your mom's house besides hanging out, Dakota?
I was watching a fucking basketball game. Thank you very much. So I'm hanging out. I'm watching a basketball game, and the basketball game gets over. I walk outside, and my fucking car is gone. Now, keep in mind, I've got thousands of dollars worth of fucking snowboarding equipment in my car, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm pretty sure somebody has towed it at this point. Just because I was like 90% sure that I parked in a parking space that was somebody else's. But the problem is they don't have any fucking numbers. They have numbers all around these parking spaces, right? And this parking space that I parked in, there was no number. And there was a puddle about a foot deep under like where the parking space should be. So I'm like, there's no number. So why can't I park here?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking towed my car. $265.
I got
they
it.
want to take it out of impound. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like there was no number. So I took a picture of the space. Like I took a picture of where the number should be, that there wasn't a fucking number. Like how can somebody do that? You can't just tow somebody's car.
Donna got a warning for parking her car in a spot for 2 days without moving it. And they put a freaking sticker on it and it said that, hey, we're gonna come tow your car at like what time? Like 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
The Everson car's here for 2 weeks now. The screen car's been in the same parking spot.
That's what I don't get. Like I bet
like,
there's that van. There's the van that's been sitting over there. It's like almost the size of a fucking moving van, and it's been there since I've been coming to your guys' new house. It's bullshit. I'm like, well, why can people take up a space like that for? Now we're talking about fucking parking. Yeah, that's a real interesting fucking topic.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Jose Cuervo Especial.
I have a funny parking story once. So at my first apartment, I had some douchebag park in my designated parking spot under a covered area. And it's, I parked there all the time, and I was pretty mad about it because this place had like no parking at all.
Like guest parking.
You had to park a half mile down the road on the street. That was the only other place you could park. So I parked behind him, just right behind him, and completely blocked him in. I called the manager first, and I said, hey, this guy's parked in my spot. I've sat here and waited for 2 hours. He hasn't moved. I'm parking behind him. She says, okay, that will get people to learn. I went to bed that night. About 10 o'clock at night, I hear the guy, John, this guy's parked behind me. I can't leave, yada, yada, yada. Calling the management. Management said, well, shouldn't have parked there.
so this guy's stuck in front of your car. Like, you can't, like, there's poles and shit.
He absolutely cannot go anywhere. I slept like a baby that night.
Hey. Well, that's a fucking way to do it. Yeah, nobody cares about Facebook. I don't care about Facebook. It's like a fucking drug for people. Just as much as Reddit is a drug, Facebook is a fucking drug. Well, here's the thing: is you post shit on Facebook, right? And people like it. Well, those likes give you endorphins. It's a proven fucking fact. And so people are always on Facebook, excuse me, just updating to see if they got another like or if they got another comment or something like that. It's just, god damn it. It just gets redundant.
It's a proven fact that if you post your picture of your dinner on Facebook before you eat it, that you will enjoy that dinner more than you would if you just would have scooped it and ate it.
No, I believe that. And you know what's funny is people that post their shit on Facebook, 90% of the time, I'm telling you this as a chef. 90% of the time when you post your food on there, nobody fucking likes it. It looks disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
People,
The guy has Snapchats all the food that he makes.
huh? Are you talking about me, asshole? Because you know what? I have a little background in chefography here, so I know what the fuck I'm doing when I'm plating shit.
Tell me what's the purpose of putting little green things on the plates that nobody fucking eats or likes?
No, here is the thing. You're not supposed to put anything on the plate that doesn't make sense that goes with the plate. Also, when I was in culinary school, I was taught you can't put anything on a plate. Like this was, this doesn't go by anybody else's. It was just what I was taught in culinary. In this particular culinary school is really you shouldn't put anything on the plate that you can't eat. So if you're putting a stem from like a rosemary bush, like rosemary itself you can eat, but like the stem itself, you can't eat it. It's a fucking tree branch. So you shouldn't put a whole fucking rosemary stem on the plate. It just doesn't make any sense because you can't eat it. Why would you put something on the plate that you can't eat?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it definitely, when you add garnish, it literally is what it's called. It's a garnish. It decorates the plate. There is a point to it.
Because you needed it. Yeah, I have no idea. I was just watching that when I had a plate, that little piece of green, something come on plate, and I just went, almost send it back, just an asshole saying, "Why are you putting this shit?"
Well, if it's an herb,
Did I order a cheeseburger with the green thing? Did the green thing?
well, at that point, you got to question what kind of establishment are you eating at? If you're eating at a fucking Sherry's that's putting a piece of parsley on every fucking plate, yeah, you might go, I wonder why they do that. Well, if you go eat somewhere a little bit nicer, they won't put that piece of shit parsley on your fucking plate.
The nicer places, the more parsley they put on your fucking plate.
That's not true. That's not true.
Did you notice though that the fancier it is, the less the portions are?
Well, usually when you're going to a fancier place, yes, your portion might be smaller.
Yeah.
But that's because it has more flavor. Or
I don't know, man.
Hold on.
That gas station out there in Albany. It's pretty good.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you just say gas station in Albany?
He just said gas station and
Gas
pretty
station.
good food.
Dang.
That should not be in the same fucking sentence. Do you understand?
Me, Marquis, Dave, Muxlow, all the guys. I mean, Cliff, Javier, Josh Branch. I mean, all the Questmark guys. This was a job that was all hands on deck. There was probably the only people that were not there were the people way up in Seattle, like Nate, you guys, and then
Go. Get on with it.
People on the but every morning, all of us, the 10 of us, would go to this gas station, and it was like a biscuits and gravy, and hash browns, eggs, bacon, and ham, all just like it was put in a blender, and sausage, and just made into one big goopy thing, and they just give you one of those to-go boxes, for like $7. They fill it.
That sounds like fucking horse shit.
Oh, well, that horse shit was the most amazing thing.
Well, fuck off. That's disgusting.
It was amazing.
Wait. So what would they do?
No,
They would
he's saying that they had like all this shit and they just like put it in a blender, heat it up, and serve it to you.
No, it was,
Who does that?
Blender is too much of a bad thing. They just put it, mix it all up, make it as one.
That's disgusting.
It's so delicious, though.
No, that's disgusting. Okay, but you're talking about a bunch of fucking construction people that work in fucking construction. All they are worried about is fucking calories and salt. At that point, all you're worried about, look, I've been there. All I was worried about was calories because I was burning a shitload at night, and salt for fucking flavor. Other than that, you don't care. You want the biggest portion. You want the biggest portion for the least amount of money. Because you're not paying for your food. You per diem's paying for your food.
I'm just saying that I would consider driving down there to go have that for breakfast.
That's disgusting. Yes, another.
Well,
I will
we'll
take
have to
another.
get sometime, man. Can't judge it.
I can judge it. It's disgusting. Just the way you were.
What are you, Chef Ramsay?
I'm not Chef Ramsay. I'm fucking. Speaking of chef, I'm going to Chicago this week, and I am fucking pumped. So there's a National Restaurant Association show, and it's showing off I mean, it's in Chicago. It's fucking massive. This place, I've already been doing some research about how many vendors there is. There's over 10,000 vendors at this show.
God dang.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking different companies at one show. I mean, they got everything from Dish Network to like Food Network stars, and they've got all this shit. I'm gonna have to tell you guys about it next week, but this was, man, this is a huge fucking opportunity.
Chicago though, how did you get in? Like, how did you find out about it and like get into that?
So every year, depending on how much money our restaurant is making and how much food we're ordering. So FSA, Food Services of America, they will pay for a certain amount of people depending on how much product we buy to go to this food show. Well, last year was a huge year for the ski industry on Mount Hood. And so what?
It's not opening everything up. Why is it not opening everything? I don't know.
Well, you guys are fucking killing me here.
What's not opening?
What's not opening?
Sorry, guys. Bad line.
Anyway.
Anyways.
God, I'm a little buzzed here, so it's kind of going in a circle. But
It's like a circle. Anyways.
here, cheers.
Cheers. All right.
So,
All right.
from my from my understanding, Food Services of America, because we had such a good year, they're paying for more people to go to this National Restaurant Association show. And my chef, long story short, he's a pot farmer, and this is like this is the peak season for his pot farm. So he's like, I can't go. So I was next in line because I'm the sous chef, and he's like, well, hey, do you want to go? I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to go to Chicago. Like, I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's the murder capital of America, but yeah, it literally is. It has the most murderers per capita in America. So, hey, who knows? I may or may not come back.
God dang. That's nice. That's still cool. That's still cool though. You're gonna go over there and be a part of that.
It's gonna be an entirely different culture.
I know. That's what I was like. Chicago. I was like,
It's like
I was like, what?
because Portland is really nice. Like
Yeah.
people in Portland are generally very nice, but I feel like a big city is going to be a little bit more. They're going to be like, well, they're going to be assholes, and I'm kind of expecting it. Even when we went to Seattle for the little amount of time that we were there, it still feels like assholes.
In Seattle, I didn't feel any assholeness. I felt asshole from me because it was so damn hot and we were walking around everywhere, and I was like,
Oh,
when we went for freaking
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold,
Yeah,
yeah, it was fucking hot.
it was a little hot.
But it was
It
still
was-
cool.
It was definitely cool. It was humid. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it was hot. It was humid.
Yeah.
It's because it's right next to that sea air.
Yeah.
That was a cool trip.
Yeah, it
Holy
was
shit!
cool.
I can't believe I passed out. So I passed out so hard. Don't touch anything.
But I can't.
What's up, Kelsey?
Hey, Dakota, I gotta cut tonight short. I got way too much stuff going on. I'm sorry, man. You guys can talk.
All right, sounds good. And tell Kelsey I said hi, I love her, and tell Chloe I said I love her too.
All right, later, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Later, Mike. Anyway,
Anyways,
fuck, man.
what were you saying?
I have no idea.
Donna?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold, the concert, and
Oh.
you.
If anybody wants, we'll welcome Donna into the podcast.
That's my fiance. She's right here, laying in the bed right next to
Can't
me.
see what you're doing. with your
But she doesn't have a thing.
They can't see what you're doing with your hands.
I'm not doing anything with my hands. I'm touching my feet.
You're pointing at her and they can't see her.
Hey!
Hey! If you want to come a little closer so they can hear you.
so serious.
Oh boy.
So
Part of the ship, part of the
I'm curious.
Oh god.
Wait, no, we're still talking about it in Sevenfold. What do you mean?
Oh, okay, yeah. So we're at this concert and I'm losing my fucking mind. My favorite band is coming on, and my favorite song just comes out, and it starts out with this long-winded scream, and I just belted out.
What was the first one that said?
Was it Nightmare or no?
It was
Nightmare?
Afterlife.
Afterlife.
It was Afterlife. And it just starts out with that long belted scream, and do it with them. I ran out of air, and
Yeah, next
I
thing I
didn't.
know.
Yeah, next time.
Oh my god.
Next thing I hear is just like, and then I look over and I see Dakota laying on the ground, and I'm like, dude, are you all right? And then you get up and you just stare at the crowd, and you're just like,
see, I don't remember that.
and then we're just like, Dakota, are you all right?
See, that's a weird thing is I don't remember that. I remember you tapping and like Courtney was freaking out, and I remember that. But like when you're telling me I was just staring at the crowd, I don't remember that at all.
Mhm.
Not at all. And it was the weirdest feeling coming back. I was just like.
What
It
happened?
was like a dream. It was literally like a dream, and it was like
Where am I?
you know when somebody like starts up a record and it kind of starts slow and then it gets
Yeah.
fast, and that's literally what it feels like. It's a weird thing passing out because you run out of breath.
He's like, that was you.
Yeah. It's fucking weird though.
Yeah,
That was
intense.
that was seriously intense, and you guys were freaking out.
Yeah, because we were like,
Because I was like ready.
Passed out before, so what are we gonna do? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just Dakota. No, this was just like.
I thought you would like hit your head on the seat in front of you and you
Yeah,
knocked yourself
yeah.
out. So we
No.
were like, hey, are you all right?
No, it was none of that. I just ran out of breath and
Yeah.
fucking passed out. It's really weird. And then I just remember coming back, and I'm just like, "Oh, cool, I'm back!" Like, get back into the concert. And I'm like ready to go full force again.
Yeah.
And you guys are like, "All right, you need to settle down." I'm like, "No, this is my favorite band. Like, I'm not gonna settle down at this point. I'm too fucking hyped."
That was a good concert. We each
Cheers.
had someone there that like was our favorite band. Daniel got to see Cannibal Corpse, got to see Korn. You guys got to see yours.
Asking
Good man.
Alexandria.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay.
The only thing about Asking Alexandria that I thought that was really sick was when they did like the like, I guess it's kind of gay, but they did like synchronized headbangs.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
they like knew exactly what to do together. Like it's kind of gay, but it's kind of cool. Like it kind of looks sick. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So Foster the People, getting to go to that. It's
yeah.
gonna be
On
sick.
our wedding day.
I feel like
Yeah,
That
he was
was
telling me about that
crazy.
earlier today that he was gonna he set up a concert on our wedding day, and I was like,
How is that gonna work?
I
out
didn't know that
exactly?
everybody was just gonna split at like 6 p.m. or whatever.
That's when you're leaving us.
Well, how
the
long
concert
do you?
starts at like 6 or something.
Oh my gosh, God.
I was like,
yeah, you'll be there for
wow.
the ceremony, but
I mean,
Well, the ceremony. How long?
reception wise.
How long does a ceremony? Because you guys are Catholic, right? Well, it's like a
And
Catholic
yeah,
ceremony.
We're both baptized at, but I mean, Daniel's not that religious.
We finished the
Half an
bottle right
hour
away.
to an hour for the ceremony. So it starts at 3:30. You should be done between 4 and 4:30
Yeah.
ceremony wise. But I mean, reception wise, like I don't know,
But
speeches
from
and stuff.
I mean,
and
There's only
toast and cake cutting.
yeah,
all that.
it's really not going to be that long.
I just want to make sure you're there for it still, though. And Daniel's
Obviously, I'm gonna be there. I'm not gonna miss anything.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give my
watch him.
speech.
Watch him just hang out for like an hour and be like, "All right,
Bye.
peace, dudes." I'll be like, "What? All right. I mean, I guess go."
Well, maybe you guys should buy tickets and just make sure you have to go too.
Yeah,
No,
we just got
that would be
married
so
today.
cool though.
Just
Like
af-
if you went
after
to
a
that
wedding.
concert
Dress.
in your wedding dress
just go to
and
Foster's
you went in the
Ethereal.
tux, that
We have
would
to
be
leave our own
sick.
wedding early then, like that.
You wouldn't have to leave early. We just have the reception really quick. It's not like we're drinking or anything, so people aren't gonna be like they're gonna be like, can we go now?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna want to leave. Like once the ceremony's done and everything, and they eat their food, they're just gonna want to leave.
I expect it to be because I mean we have the ceremony. I don't want to give all. I don't want to talk about all the details. 'cause it's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean, this is your
get boring
podcast. I don't know
and
if you want to talk about our wedding. Just blab about that
So we
for the
can
next.
talk
Well,
about
I
this
am
for 1,000
curious.
years.
Like, so what's going on with this marriage counseling? Like, are you guys going? Have you started?
We're supposed to. Can you not knock over the cake?
Give me a minute. I need to go to the toilet.
Don't knock over the cake.
He's drunk.
Oh,
He's so fucked.
man. Yeah.
No, I was talking to Courtney about this, and
What is she worried about it too, or something?
no, she's super supportive of it as well, and I don't
Okay,
get
so
it.
It's not just me. Good.
No, she's like, this is a very normal thing
It is normal
between
yeah.
Russians.
Russians.
I don't know. I think it's because
Okay.
like I feel like it's Russians and a Mexican thing. Just because like I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, but like
Religion-wise?
they're very religious. Like those
Right.
two are very religious.
Mhm.
And so I'm thinking that kind of makes sense. It's like it's a pretty common thing. But the only thing is really when the guy proposes, at that
Mhm.
point you should know like I'm gonna have to spend the rest of my life with this
Well,
person.
I mean, duh. I don't expect
not have, but you
I
get
to be with him.
get
for
to
the
be
rest
them
of-
with.
Yes.
So if you're proposing, like all that shit should already be decided. You really shouldn't have to.
So you would never do pre-marriage counseling? with
I can't
your
say I would.
Future spouse, if they were the right person and they were religious and they wanted to do that.
back.
Shut the fuck
Calm
up.
down. I'm back. Freaking chump.
No,
No, would you ever consider doing that? Like, if your lady wanted to do that, if she was, heavily into religion, and 'cause,
honestly,
like with me and Daniel, he's not religious at all. He thinks there may or may not be something there, but he doesn't want to put a label on it. Me, I am a baptized Catholic, and I do wear this rosary for a reason. But I mean, do I heavily go to church constantly? No, but I can definitely say I'm more religious than him. I mean, granted, he's been a sweetheart and came with me a couple times to the church that I do go to, but I mean, I don't push my stuff on him like he does his thing. I do my thing. We respect each other's wishes, but
Yeah.
I mean, we're still gonna have like some guy from a church who's into that to do that with us.
right.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
Well, I'm just curious. Is
we
how?
respect each
I mean,
other's beliefs. I guess I don't know.
yeah, but when it comes, I mean, we saw this on fucking Grey's Anatomy. When it comes to religion and how you raise your kids,
Yeah, no, we've
I haven't seen the
Barely
show, so I
about
can't say anything.
you've seen like half of it, but
I watched like bits of it.
no, you've got
Never-
this sexy hot ginger, and then you've
Huh?
got this sexy hot black guy, and
Ooh.
they can't.
April and Jackson.
Yeah, they
Ooh.
can't.
Shut
Well,
up.
no, they literally can't decide like
Right.
on how they're gonna raise their children. One wants to raise them in the church, and the other is like, no. Why would I want my kid to
Mhm.
So
Well, it didn't help that
you
with-
guys
with that
look as
couple
you
too.
guys, you are two different people. But when you
Yeah.
have a kid, that is both of your kids. So
This
how
is
do
like
you?
the most serious conversation we've had.
No, but I'm really curious. How do you raise that kid religion wise?
We don't force it on them. I mean, granted, I know like our family that too, like especially. I mean, I can't talk for anyone else religion wise, culture wise, but Hispanics.
Don't
it
worry,
is-
nobody's really fucking listening.
Okay, well then Dakota, just between us then. I don't know. Why? Stop looking so intense, babe.
Well, he's fucking drunk.
I'm just listening, but I'm trying to get closer to here.
Like it is tradition like to baptize the kid like at a pretty young age. Like I remember going to a church right next to like the Dollar Tree off of like 181st and Gleason, St. Anna's, and
Yeah.
being like baptized and do the whole like dip the head in water stuff. Like when I was less than 5 years old, and Romeo got baptized in Mexico
I get
around
that.
the same age.
No, I totally get
But
that
it's
because
up to them if they want to live
like-
it up, I guess.
like even as a non-religious person, like I was religious for a really long time. I was studying to become
I
the
remember
youth
that.
pastor or something.
yeah, I was studying to
What?
become a
I didn't
youth
know that.
pastor.
I remember that when he was going to classes like that, and I remember I was like, "Hey, kid, so like I can't listen to like Slayer in front of you, right?" Or
And it
I
was
just
never
remember I thought it was a little,
But it was
weird,
never like
But I
that.
was like, it's still my best friend, so I still can't be like, I'm not gonna listen to Slayer in front of you. I'm still gonna play it in front of you, and if he says something, then I'll be like, all right, I'll calm it down.
but it was never like
But it was never like that.
so I was studying to be a youth pastor, and I don't know where I was going with this. I'm pretty fucking drunk. But like
in this podcast, guys.
but like I just remember like I was getting so out in my head. I had so many questions that were going unanswered
Mm.
by my own youth pastor, and maybe that was to his own. I'm pretty fucking drunk.
I mean, we finished the bottle,
I know. I just noticed
Yeah,
that.
it's fucking
and we thought we
drunk.
weren't gonna finish that, and we finished it.
Yeah.
So you know, hey, high five.
You guys didn't buy
Hey.
more alcohol, did you, or was that?
No,
that was it.
That was it.
Okay, that's good.
Anyways, what were you saying about you becoming a youth?
No. I was studying to
Mr.
become a
Mankind.
youth administrator, and I had so many questions that just kept
Piling up.
and they kept piling up, and I didn't get any answers from them.
Mhm.
I'm like, you guys, you keep just beating around the bush, essentially.
Mhm.
And they kept. I was just like, you know what? At this point, I've heard so many convincing arguments against religion. Like, maybe it's because I haven't looked up or researched religion like that I've been a part of itself. But I just can't. I can't grasp that concept. Like, it just doesn't exist for me at this point.
Mhm.
Like, I believe in good and evil.
Let me stop you there. Was Mike trying to keep religion completely out of the podcast?
He
or-
was. And I don't believe in that. I think religion and I think politics should be completely integrated in this
Mhm.
podcast.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
All right.
I think it's a huge part of
I mean, it's kinda
religion. I think it's a huge part of society.
Mhm.
Like, you can't judge society and people without religion and politics. You can't talk about either of those without those two subjects. You really can't. But like, I was studying this for so long, and I started having these questions, and these questions started becoming unanswered.
Mhm.
And maybe it was my pastor, maybe it was my church, but I'm just like, you're not giving me the evidence, you're not giving me this. Science is outweighing you. Like I don't know what to say at this point, but I did recently. I just listened to a Joe Rogan podcast about.
Shout out Joe Rogan. Oh
Yeah,
man, the man.
Woo!
Hey.
Dude, Joe Rogan fucking puts it up. He
I don't know
asked.
who this is.
So Joe Rogan,
He's the man.
You remember the Fear Factor guy,
You remember
right?
that show?
Fear
Yeah.
Factor.
Factory?
He does podcasts.
Goddamn.
He does
Wow.
amazing podcasts. Like he's the number one podcaster behind Pod Save America. Pod Save America is essentially the same thing, but Joe Rogan is just one guy,
I remember him. Okay.
and he has these amazing interviews. Like he's the reason I wanted to start a podcast is because of him. Like he has these people on, and he asks them these questions, and oh my god, there's so much information. I'm really fucking
This
drunk.
morning when I got off of work, I went over to his house,
I'm listening to Joe Rogan,
listening to Joe Rogan.
and it wasn't
And it
anybody special. It was fucking Steve-O.
It was Steve-O and Joe Rogan.
Like, what does Steve-O
and they
have
were
to
just
say?
and they were just talking about MMA fighters, and I was listening to it while working on his car when I pulled up to his house. And it was nice. I was just like working on his
seriously
car.
though, like there's
was like
nothing about it. Like but
I was like, all right, just listening to Joe Rogan and Steve-O, and nice.
yeah, they literally it. I think it's something to do about with Joe Rogan. That dude is such a fantastic interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
He really is just the epitome of a reporter.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really report. He just asks the right questions, and that's what gets it through to everybody. This dude has 5 million downloads every time he uploads a podcast.
Jesus.
God dang.
Could you imagine what talking to 5 million people is like?
Mhm.
Like, when Trump was when Trump was yeah, you're good. When Trump was elected president,
Mm-hmm.
we had that march of how many millions of people?
I don't even know.
There was a couple million. Joe Rogan has 5 million people listening to his podcast. Like, that's a lot of fucking people.
That's a lot.
Like, you can,
Whoa.
with this podcast, you can reach a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what I'm trying to do. It's like, we're just fucking normal people. Like, there's nothing special to us.
We're just speaking in the microphone, and we're just
Literally.
letting it.
That's
Literally,
it.
it is what it is. We're just letting it
It
go.
is what it fucking is.
Hey,
Hey.
forget about it. And it works.
It just feels good to just talk
Mhm.
to people at this
Yeah.
point. I have no idea what we were talking about.
I mean, you
Joe
went
Rogan.
from religion to podcast with this guy
To Joe Rogan,
to Trump.
Trump.
We're going everywhere.
politics, and now we're just.
But yeah, I have no idea. It's just fuck, man. Everything just seems so complicated. It's really not.
For what? What are we talking about now? What's
Yeah, I have no
happening?
idea.
Politics,
Life?
life,
Religion?
religion. Okay.
Is that what you were trying to finish up? Too many questions unanswered from your pastor and religion stuff? Or no?
Well, yeah, I had questions from
You never.
I had questions for my pastor that weren't answered at all.
Mhm.
But science had a perfectly reasonable
You
explanation.
never asked them, like, hey.
No, I did. I was
Uh-huh.
like, well, what about the dinosaurs? Like, literally, they have no answer
Mhm.
for the dinosaurs.
What would they tell you?
Like, that was That was carbon dated. There's been research and proof carbon dating back to 300 million years ago.
Mhm.
And by the First and Second Testament, all I have is 3,000 years of knowledge or history. That's it. And that's by human accounting,
Mhm.
which can be corrupt by so many things.
Mhm.
Like, I have proof here that dinosaurs are 300 million years
Mhm.
ago. Which may be wrong. I'm pretty fucking. I have no idea. I'm pretty drunk.
Mhm.
But, like, dinosaurs existed way before any religion talked about human existence and anything about that. And there's proof. There's bones. Like, how can you deny that there's bones before the religion said the earth existed?
Mhm.
And nobody had an answer for me. Don't get me wrong. I have respect and morality and everything that comes with religion. I believe 100% that a lot of people need this in their lives to keep them moving forward and moving towards a goal,
Right.
which essentially is afterlife and freedom. And what comes after afterlife with me, I have no idea.
Mhm.
I have no idea. I don't believe in anything. So what's going to happen? No idea. I know I have a consciousness, but to me, that's just a bunch of cells working together to make something.
Mhm.
With religion, it's different. There's a heaven and there's a hell. I believe there's a heaven and hell inside of everybody. Everybody everybody's easily manipulated.
Yeah, there you go.
Everybody's easily manipulated. Like, there's a possibility each one of us is capable of murder. We're capable of killing somebody else.
Is this about to get dark and twisty right
No,
now?
I'm not trying to get dark and twisted. But at any moment, you are capable of grabbing a knife or grabbing a gun, going out there for no reason
Mhm.
and killing somebody.
Man, did you hear about that guy actually who like legit chopped the head off his mother on Mother's Day and walked into
God
the store
Dang.
and like
I
started
looked that up.
harassing the
And
clerk?
in Corvallis, some dude chopped the head off his mother's head, walked into a store, and held his mom's hand.
And started
head.
harassing the clerk there, and like
just
a lot of
walked
people
into
had
a
to,
store.
Like, take him down. He was on something, and then now he's trying to say like, oh, that wasn't him. Like, he wasn't mentally in there. He shouldn't be processed for anything, type of thing.
Well, that's
It's
that's another thing to bring up. It's like, dude, like Ritalin, fucking ADHD drugs, like any
Yeah.
psychoactive drug that's messing with your head. What are you supposed to say? These people that go out and kill hundreds of people or kill dozens of people at these schools, at these churches, at these malls and stuff like that. What do you say about them? Like, if they're on a psychoactive drug, something that's messing with their head, or they are recently off of this drug,
Mhm.
can you blame them?
I don't know, I
There
feel
was
like
a
there's
drug
fine
affecting
point.
these people for so long, and now there's no drug,
Mhm.
or now there is a drug that's affecting them. Like, you can't. I almost feel bad at this point.
I know.
Like, there's no way. Like, what? So he just cut off her head.
I guess I didn't really read. I didn't really read the whole article. I just saw that. I just found out that. Oh yeah, man found in Corvallis freaking chopped off mom's head, walks into a store, and I was like, wow.
Mhm.
On Mother's Day, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But But it's like, all right, I guess that's what the guy that wanted to do. He just wanted to do that.
It's just hard to say. Like, oh man,
It's like, what could have gone through that dude's head that would have possessed him to just do that?
And see, this could be like a whole podcast on its own, just talking about
This is like a whole new episode.
Because,
so at this point, it's
like there's so many different
No.
many people could have so many different opinions and like viewpoints on this. There's no right or wrong to think of this, but I mean obviously I can't justify killing for someone unless like you're a rapist. That's like that and killing others. I don't know. It gets complicated and stuff, but it's just that guy on Mother's Day, like that's so
It's like
sad.
fucking Mother's Day, dude. Come
That's
on.
ridiculous. And how are you gonna harass someone for asking what the hell you have in your hand? Like
like it's
that
a
clear-
fucking head.
That dude
Yeah.
that killed that old dude, like walking down the
yeah,
street.
he just walked up to the
What day was that he did that?
I don't think it was on any
I don't
special
think
day.
that was any special day that he just went out and do that. It's like fucking hey, dude. What the
But on
fuck?
that video, like the guy's talking into like the microphone.
yeah,
he's
he's like making a
"This is
live
because-
video,
it's
and he
because
was
my
like,
girlfriend's treating me like shit right
he was
now or
like, hey,
something."
what's up, dogs? I'm gonna freaking go around and freaking.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna,
he's boosting himself with that.
he's like, what's up, dogs? I'm gonna go around freaking. I'm looking around looking for someone to kill, and he just freaking finds the dude. And just
oh
goes,
man,
"Bah!"
picking up cans on
I'm
the
like,
side of the road.
that dude just woke up, went throughout his whole life, just yeah, I'm just gonna go do my thing.
Mhm.
Dies.
He made it until he's like 65, 70.
And I was like, wow.
and
Like,
and because of some one person's action,
one guy
done.
done. Fuck.
How can somebody? It's all mental at that point. It's all mental
Yeah.
at that point. There's no other way to put it. It's all in your head, and fuck, I don't know if it's drugs. I don't know what he was on, but that's mental. That's a mental capacity thing.
Yeah.
Like that's something inside your head that's gone wrong. Whether it's chemically, whether it's physically. Like I know a lot of people get trauma,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
that makes some aggression, but whether it's physical or emotional, who can say?
Mm-hmm.
So he straight up goes and just random guy
I know, dude.
has no idea who this guy is.
Nope.
Do you know if it was fake?
No, it was legit.
I don't know.
Because the guy ran, and then I want to say he went to like some type of fast food restaurant, and like the people were smart and they told him like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it'll take an extra minute. We're just having to cook it up fresh right now. We're out of that at the moment, something to keep him there." While they called the cops, and then they came and got him. So he did get found out because he tried to bail out as soon as he did what he did.
So it's like he was there and he realized what he did.
I just
So he
don't-
did kind of know what there was something to it. So he
yeah,
knew.
but how much remorse did he truly even have?
Did it seem like he had any?
I didn't watch the whole video.
I mean, I don't even know if it's
For
online
who did-
anymore because those things only stay.
Yeah,
for so
all I
long.
remember is
Yeah,
him
there's a
just
lot of
saying-
videos that
Yeah.
just last only a little bit. It's like, oh shit, did you see this type
Yeah.
thing?
Mhm.
And then it goes away forever. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
But at some point, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure because in nature that shit happens all the time. Kangaroos strangle each other all the time to have sex with a hot chick.
Man, that is-
essentially.
That just makes me think of that dude walking up to that kangaroo and punching him in the face.
But no, for real though, like kangaroos strangle each other to the death just to have sex with a hotter female than the last one.
Man, that just makes me want to look it up just to see what that is. Like that happens?
Yes, it happens. Like, kangaroos physically strangle.
Hey, come here, bitch. I'm gonna strangle you.
But it's
Wow.
it just makes you question, like, okay, even though we have these brains that work fairly better or something of the like
Mhm.
than a kangaroo, well, it doesn't mean that we don't have the same intentions.
Mhm.
Like, just like you were saying, this dude got broken up with his girlfriend, so he went out and he killed an old dude.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like,
How do you think he would justify that too? Oh well, man, I'm having a shitty day, man. Okay, so that means you gotta kill someone. Like, I have
well,
a shit day. I'm not gonna go grab a knife. And
okay, but
stab
if
someone.
okay,
like,
but if a kangaroo has a shitty day, he's gonna go out and find another kangaroo and
mean,
fucking strangle it to death.
I guess kangaroos are a little bit more intense like that. I don't know, man. The freaking species is weird. I can't. I don't know.
The whole concept of humans and dude, it's so hard. Like,
I know.
we have a brain that nobody's ever had before. Like, no other animal has had the conscience that we've had before. So how do we say what's right or wrong? Because we have a couple hundred years. We've existed for thousands of years, thousands and thousands of years.
Mhm.
And only in the last 100 to 200 years have we said, all right, you can't do this because it's wrong. You can't do that because it's wrong.
Mhm.
Well, that's kind of bullshit, isn't it? Like,
What,
who are we to say that that's wrong? Who are we to say that that's wrong? If I want to smoke a plant, I can fucking smoke a plant. If I want to, kill a fucking squirrel, I should be able to kill a squirrel to eat it. Like, but
Is
at the
that
same
illegal,
time,
actually? That's illegal. Great.
I have no idea if you can kill rodents or not.
I don't know about that.
Like, if you hit a mammal in the road, can you clean it and cook it and take it? Like, I don't know. To me, that just seems so
That's
similar.
that's
like,
something I've always wondered. Like, if you hit
fishing,
a deer,
like you get a fish.
I don't
and
know.
cook it and
That's
stuff.
a good question.
well, like with the fish, like there's some fish that have their fin clipped, and they come from a farm. So if they have their fin clipped, you can keep it.
Mhm.
It's a dorsal fin.
Mhm.
You can keep it because it has it clipped, because the fish doesn't need that. Well, it's from a farm. It's gone out to the ocean. Take for example a salmon. It's gone out to the ocean. It's come back. It's become an adult, but it doesn't have the dorsal fin that the wild salmon have. Well, the wild salmon that does have this dorsal fin, you can't keep. But at the same time, if you go fishing, 95%, I don't know if that's a fact, but 95% of the fish that you catch and then release, if it has the dorsal fin, as a wild salmon would,
Mhm.
if you release it, it's not going to live anyway.
Why?
It's
Oh.
expended so much energy
Mhm.
that it just floats to the bottom and dies.
God dang.
Then why can't you keep it? Just laws are made
Because
and
of laws. That's it.
crazy.
Yeah, it is
Do you-
weird.
do you see
It's
the
weird, but
difference?
the same thing goes through humans. It's like, well, I guess we have this consciousness that says this guy is good and this guy is bad. I mean,
Mhm.
that's the whole reason you chose Daniel to be your partner in life forever. Is because this guy is good, and some other guys that you had met are not. Which it's
Why'd you
completely
choose me
crazy
then,
to
babe?
me.
Oh god, it's getting too deep right now. Oh god.
Too drunk, bro.
You
I am
could've been
pretty
like,
fucking drunk.
you could've
I
been
was
like, oh,
like,
you're ready to cool
ultimately-
band shirt.
If I could sum it all up, all of it
Tell the imaginary viewers.
into just one tiny little thing. Sandana is my best friend, and she's the person that I want to hang out with every day. That's it.
No.
That and Dakota, they're the two people that I care about, and I want to know about how their days are going.
Okay.
That's it.
That was good.
That's like a good
That was good.
sum up thing, like right there.
That's something you would say too.
That's
No,
pretty
I was like-
my babe.
But what?
Without getting too corny, I was like, that's all.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Cora's my best friend. Cora's my fiance. Cora's my fiance. Donna's my fiance. It's like
Oh
they're
man,
the two important people in my life.
that's awesome. That's sweet, babe.
So what keeps you from killing other people as threats? Like, no,
Oh,
I'm just wondering. Like,
Knowing what is right and wrong, I guess.
I mean,
was
it's
like, I
pretty
know I'm
easy.
not gonna go out and bust a cap on a dude. I mean, I don't know what.
it just doesn't feel like
Doesn't
you
feel
can't
right.
physically do it.
I can't. No.
Like I can't just take a gun or I can't just take a knife and stab somebody.
Mhm.
And that's different because like chimps and apes, it's like you're fucking with my family. Done. You're dead. Like that's it. I'm gonna eat your throat.
Oh,
Like I'm literally gonna take a bite out of your throat
Ish.
as a chimp. But for humans, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, fuck, man. Humans are a whole different species.
Yeah.
There is nothing like us out there.
Yeah.
Who the hell has made bins for us to make storage in? Like, I don't know anybody that has a flat iron, like a flat iron for their hair that's stored in a fucking bin. Like what kind of animal has that? They're not worrying about their hair.
Mm-hmm.
There's no animal that's worried about. Fucking humans are just that whole different species, man.
Yeah.
Different, yeah. I would no humans care differently about their stuff, but I'm sure like I don't know when you talk about like chimps and monkeys and stuff. Like you always see them in movies, like picking
Little
bugs
hungry.
out of it and like eating them. I'm sure not only like that's for like diet and nutrition and stuff, but they probably care somewhat about their.
No,
appearance.
they definitely care about each other. I can see that. It's just a weird concept. The difference between humans and all other animal kingdoms. But man,
Isn't there a movie that's like that's somewhat tight? Is it like 30 days? Something with the number 30 in it? Where it starts off. It has that Doctor Who character in it. He's like a dictator dude.
20 days later.
There you go. You knew what I meant, babe.
28
Yeah.
28 days later?
That's just about a bunch of people getting infected by a
virus. A virus.
Yeah.
From a chimp monkey.
From a
thing,
chimp-
right?
Monkey. And
And
yeah,
they're, like,
they all get
civilized, though, right?
infected and then they all just start like attacking people.
Well, yeah, that's like a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but I thought that like
Basically.
the monkey chimp whatever thing. I thought like because there was multiple of them,
There's
and I thought they
Planet
were
of-
pretty civilized.
There's
right?
like Planet of the Apes.
I thought it was like a combination of that.
Have
and
you seen
zombies
Planet of the
and that.
Apes?
Yes.
All right.
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
There's a new. It's like War of the Planet of the Apes or something like that. Yeah, it looks really cool. I don't know.
How many types of movies have they made of that? It's just like Fast and Furious. They made like 1,000 of them at this point.
No,
They
they've
just keep
made
going.
8 at this point. I think they're making 10 total.
Jeez. Have you
Yeah.
seen the new one? I
No,
wanna
I
see the
haven't
new one.
seen 5, 6, or 7.
By choice or just because you just haven't?
Mostly an ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it Planet of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
That's
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and then War
Wars of the Planet
of
of
the
the Apes.
Planet of the Apes?
That's the new one.
God dang.
Yeah. That one looks pretty fucking intense.
I don't know.
Well,
What
because
was the, I think the last one I watched was Planet of the Apes, which is 2001. God dang.
that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Isn't it insane? Like, I'm only 23. You're only 23. But that
24
seems
now, right?
24. Yeah, you're 24.
You little old man, you you
I'm
look
almost
it.
24. I'm almost there. July 21st.
I'm the
Yeah.
baby
But it's
of you.
still pretty fucking insane that
I
like
know.
we're not that old, but
It's still weird to think that
It
I'm
feels
24, and yet high school was just like
I mean,
three.
you graduated what 2012.
it seems
right?
like 2 years ago.
I
It was
don't know.
5 years ago.
I know. It doesn't feel like 5 years ago. It still feels like I was just like
Like when they
I was
when
just
they,
there like yesterday.
when they take those fucking surveys. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I don't fucking know.
you know,
You literally have no idea.
true thought. I wrote down on a piece of paper when they made me write down where do you see yourself in a couple of years, and I said I thought I was gonna be dead. I thought I was gonna be dead.
Why?
As a joke, I said
I'll probably die.
I'd probably die,
What kind of
but I
joke is
didn't.
that?
I didn't think I was actually. I just didn't take it seriously. I just wrote down.
Did you ever receive,
I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna be in 20 years, dude. What kind of question is that?
Didn't
I'm gonna be dead, and I just wrote it down.
Didn't we write letters to ourselves
Yeah.
from in Marty's class?
I think I still have it somewhere, but
So we did get it. It was like 2 years later.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't know where it's at right now. But
I think I was right.
I just remember writing it like,
I just told myself I wish I was with my ex-girlfriend. I'm like, that's so fucking gay. Like at this point, I'm just thinking like, how naive of me, like, to think. I don't know. I'm not with her anymore, so fuck it. I want some more booze.
well, we got a bottle another of tequila in the fridge. Maybe you should wrap this up.
Yeah, I
Maybe-
think we should wrap this up.
Maybe
All in all, this has been a crazy fucking conversation.
yeah, I
about
really want to
fucking
hear
religion.
this.
It's been about church, religion, fucking the past, the future, the present. It's
Touched
been
on
about a lot of
everything,
shit.
basically.
Marriage. Yeah, it's been a lot of shit.
Shout out Mike. He's not even here.
Yeah,
but-
hey Mike, we love you.
hey, you know what?
Thanks
He
for
likes gay men.
He likes gay. But that was a lot of fun. Thanks, Sandana, for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
of
Daniel,
course.
for
Mhm.
making this place as welcome as possible.
Mhm.
Aw.
I've had a lot of fun.
We're in our bedroom.
This has been It Is What It Is. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.